Hi, this is Cynthia with Prophetic Flow, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about the gift of death. My dad was named R.B. Jones, and he died a couple of years ago. And this man was one of the most spiritual people that I know to this day. One thing I can tell you is when you grow up, you have up until 6 years old to be deposited some things in your life, and then pretty much that's who you are basically. So my dad was a seer, a dreamer, and he had a very big open mind. He didn't believe what everybody told him. He believed in what he felt to be true. So he went by being true to himself. So he taught me the same thing. One of the things he taught me was um, the beginning, Genesis. Everybody back then when I was little was talking about the Big Bang Theory, and the churches were all upset because uh, everybody was talking about the Big Bang. But my daddy said, I believe in the Big Bang and I believe in Jesus. And guess what? Who do you think caused the Big Bang? God did. So don't worry about the argument. It's all true. God can make the Big Bang as well as he can form all the earth. So all those planets spun into place and made something. So don't listen to that. So it really stuck with me how he was. And another thing about him that he taught me was to communicate with him without speaking. Now that was kind of crazy because we weren't morning people anyway, so we kind of grunted when we woke up. And my stepmother used to like say, "I can't believe you two walked by each other and didn't even say good morning to each other." And we looked at each other and said, "We know," because my dad always taught me to know, have this knowing of his presence, and he had a knowing of mine. And so when it got close to his death, he started wanting my presence with him more. So he would always ask me to come and see him more. And especially 10 years before he died, that's when it really started. And he started telling me that he was going to die. So I was like, Dad, come on, I'll visit you. You don't have to use the guilt trip. He said, I'm not guilting you. This is the truth. I'm going to die. And I don't know when, but it's happening. So they have this tree that they have is a metaphor in Egypt, and this metaphor of a tree is like all types of uh, birds from the egg in the nest all the way to the end of their life, and they're all nestled on each branch all the way. So the first branch where the egg is literally facing to the east where the sun rises. And each bird is faced closer and closer facing the sunset. Well, the song of the bird with the sun who's looking at the sunset is going to be a different song than the bird who is looking at the sunrise. And so when my daddy started chirping out the sunset song about come and see your daddy before he dies, I couldn't understand because I'm like, why are you gonna die? It's sunshine, it's noon. I'm singing the sunrise song. I couldn't understand the song of death. So later on, my dad still was talking to me about being spiritual and loving and looking between the lines of the Word of God and just looking at nature and observing, being an observer and noticing signs. And so this gift of his was passed down through to me and through my children. And I'm thankful for that. So I really feel my dad's presence because I really don't feel like he left me because when he died, I was late getting there because nobody could get in touch with me. For some reason, my phone was on vibrate. So what I did when I got the phone call, I rushed over there. And so my friend told me, well, your dad's dead, but at least hug him and tell him thank you for all that he's done. So when I went into the room, I went and I said, thank you, Daddy, for all that you've done for me and being there for me. And I cried on him because he just looks so angelic. I mean, when you die, it seems like there's a glow that comes towards your body. And they say that during the last days in hospice that pe- they are talking in their sleep, which my daddy was, and they said that they were talking to the other side, to their families and friends. So um, it was amazing. And so while I was there, I stood up and I realized that I heard my daddy's voice. And I felt his arm go around my shoulder. And he said, Cynthia, why are you crying? I've been telling you that um, I had to go. I wanted to stay longer, but if the Father called me first, I have to go with him. You remember that? I said, yes, Daddy, I remember that. He said, well, cut out that nonsense. I'm here and I didn't go anywhere and I waited for you to get here. And I could hear that. I could hear him say that. So if you ever lost a loved one, know this, that their presence is with you. And all you have to do is just simply think of them and then you will feel them. So my name is Cynthia with Prophetic Flow. And don't forget to send me your dreams at www.propheticflow.com and I will interpret them personally and send them back to you. Thank you.